Hello and welcome to episode 9 of Avonlea Knits. My name is Martha and I'm here to talk all things knitting and crochet, crafting, fiber arts. So last time I was here, I was just about to go back to school. I had my snowman all ready to go. I took it into my friend. She loves it and she's not ready or wasn't ready to give it to the kids just yet. She's got some snowman activities and stuff as part of her curriculum. So we just put it in the closet and it's still there. So hopefully in the next few weeks, we'll give it to the kids and it will be introduced and they will do some snowman activities. I cannot wait to see how the kids react. Hopefully I'll be there. Like, I think she would wait. She would wait for me to give it to the kids because I usually pop in on my prep time when I'm teaching. So I think she would wait and want me to be there to like give it to the class. So I'm super excited about that because I know it will happen soon. And it's just like the day I gave it to her, we like just put it away in the cupboard right away because there was already a student in the room. So then we looked at it afterwards and yeah, it's so good. So I can't wait to see the kids' reactions. Honestly, the last 2 weeks, I have not done a lot of work. So I am still plugging away at, I'm just trying not to lose my stitch marker, at my Love Is All You Need cowl. This is in Cascade 220 worsted weight, really beautiful hot pink that this light is not really picking up great. It's coming along. I thought that maybe I was going to have enough to do 2, but I do not think so. This is worsted. The one I did was, I think, a DK, but when I designed it, I used yarn that didn't have a ball band because I got it from someone who was closing their yarn dyeing business. So all of what I got didn't have a ball band. So, well, I thought I was going to be able to make 2, one for my friend and her daughter. I'm not going to, but I have some other like red in my stash. I'm losing my stitch marker here. So I will just pick some other stash yarn to make another one, but it's coming along. I have 2 meetings over the next 2 weeks, and so I'm hoping that I will be able to get this finished. And I'm using my Anne project bag. I love it. It's perfect size for this project. Next up, I'm working on this new design. I just really started yesterday of all days while I was watching a movie in Ukrainian with horrible subtitles in English. I was really just starting to get a hang of the pattern and the repeats. So I will keep going and just keep plugging away. It is getting a little quicker as I'm learning and like memorizing the stitch pattern better. But it's part of a 4-piece collection, and I think I decided that I'm gonna end with releasing this piece. So there's really no rush. And I'm not really sharing this whole collection yet. So I'm working on it. It's coming along. Next up, I have this wool from Shellridge Yarns. It's fingering weight. It's called Looking for Loons, and I haven't made any progress on this either. I've just got the most babyest of swatches. So I'm starting to be able to see, like, I think there will be some really nice like speckles in the grayish, there's like a few shades of gray that look like they will speckle nicely. And then there's the blue. And it's just hard to tell. Like the row that I'm sort of on has a nice little bit of speckle, but I need to knit a little further to see how it will really knit up. But I have the design idea for this all done. I just need to do the gauge and then start knitting it. I know exactly what I'm going to do. So that's that. The third piece in the collection, I know what yarn I'm going to do. I know exactly what I'm going to do. I just need to buy the yarn and knit it. And then I don't have an idea for the fourth piece yet, but by the time I need to have the fourth one, I will have something and it will be all designed and everything. So those are the 3 knitting projects that I've been trying to plug away on, but I started back to school on January 6th and I have been working nonstop. I've had to do a little bit of planning some nights, so I just really haven't had a lot of time for knitting or cross stitching. And I will show you my cross stitch because I hemmed and hawed over what to do with this for so long. Like I hemmed and hawed about whether or not to give it to my friend on her birthday, which was in September, or waiting. And I was like, no, I'll wait and then I'll give it at Christmas and it'll be a joint gift. And that was great, except I didn't get it finished in time for Christmas. And I didn't even work on it like all of November because I was way sicker than I thought that I was. So I missed out on a month of knitting or cross stitching. So I have just really started to get back into it over Christmas break. I finished the top half completely. And so now I'm on the bottom half and I sort of have a strategy to finish it, so, or how I'm working on it, but it just kind of depends. But it is coming along, and I took it with me the first day of school. I had it wrapped up in a bag. I got a case for my drum that's up there, although I don't take the drum anywhere. But the case for my drum fit my cross stitch hoop because this is quite big. So I popped it in there. I popped the note in there and the picture. So this was a picture that I took of my friend's family and put it into a cross stitch pattern. I've stitched it, or I've been working on stitching it, but I laminated the picture and I had like typed up the date and the location. And then I hand wrote a note to be put on the back of it when I get it framed. So she had said, I was like, I have your gift and it's not done. And she's like, I don't need it now. Like, you can wait. Like, I'll wait till it's done. And then I was just like, oh, I can't wait anymore. Like, I've been so excited about it. And then I was so disappointed that, like, I didn't finish. So I gifted it. So I will show it now. You can't see all of it because I had to move my hoop up. And then I put a piece of felt here to protect what I've already stitched. So it's coming along. It really came together over Christmas break when I cross-stitched half of the canoe and the person inside, and then I decided to stitch a 10 stitch column down because this in here is all sprinkled of like 10 to 12 different colors, and it is really hard to count. So I thought, okay, I'll take a 10 stitch column because the pattern is split into 10 by 10 blocks. So like 10 stitches across by 10 stitches. And so I just went down one column and I was like, okay, that was quick. Then I went down 2 columns and then I have like 2.5 left. So as soon as I fill in this bit, I'll do the 2.5 columns down, then I'll be done with that quarter. Then I can work on the other quarter. And I might take a different approach to the other quarter because I'll be able, like, I'll just have half of this. So I'll be able to do, I think, more across in this bottom section because it's bigger chunks of one color. But it's coming along so nicely. She loves it. I took it off the hoop to show her what it looks like. But I just got too excited about it, and I couldn't wait till it was totally done because I knew it was going to take a little bit longer. But it's coming along so nicely, and I'm like really motivated to get it done. So I'm also plugging away on that. And then I'll get it framed and I will put my note and the picture on the back. But it's coming along super nice. The only change that I made in the pattern is, and I have the picture behind me, there's the sun as it's setting is like super bright. And when the pattern was transposed to when the picture was transposed to a cross stitch pattern, the colors are a bit duller. So when I was showing off this to my knitting friends in the summer, they had suggested, I was just on this half of it, they were like, you should change and do a much brighter color of orange and yellow for the sun. So I picked a brighter orange and yellow for the sun, and then there's a little bit, there's where it reflects down here, so I will do some brighter orange down there, and I've only swapped out one color for that. But it's coming along really nicely and I can't wait to finish it. So that's also what I've been plugging away at. And those are all the projects that I have worked on because it's been a wild and crazy busy 2 weeks at school. I've worked every day except for this past Tuesday because we got pounded with snow again and it was a snow day. So other than that, I've been working full time because people have been sick. So there has not been a lot of knitting, and none of these are mindless projects. Although I'm hoping when I get to this design, it will be kind of mindless. So that will be good. But these other two are not mindless at all. I really have to pay attention to the pattern, but I'm getting more used to this pattern, so hopefully I'll be able to do it like while I'm sitting in a meeting or something. And then my cowl pattern, also pretty easy. If I get one heart done tonight and one tomorrow, then Tuesday night I'll be able to finish while I'm at my meeting. So yeah, that's what I'm plugging away at. And I'm super excited about this new collection. I just haven't said anything because I want to get a little bit further on it before I say anything. But this design is coming out beautifully. I'm excited about this one, and it will go fairly quick because it's a one skein project. The third one, I'm going to use Estelle Color Flow, and that is, it's not like twisted. It's not a twisted wool like this. The wool is like blown into a tube, and so it's super, I think it's like a bulky weight, and it's big, but it's so soft and it's light as a feather. And I want to, like, I've only knit with it and like just knitting garter stitch with eyelets, like rows of eyelet stitches. So I've not really explored it much. My plan is to go on Ravelry and see what people have done with it, but I want to see how it takes like a small stitch pattern, because it's super affordable yarn. So I want to see how it takes a like simple stitch pattern for the project that I'm going to design with it. I just have to find somewhere that has 4 balls of the color that I want. And yeah, that's it. My brain has kind of been on fire with this new collection. I've shelved the Anne of Green Gables one for now just because I have ideas for, I know the items that I want to make. Not all of the ideas have like fully come through yet. So I'm going with what has come through. And yeah, I mean, it's hard to like explain. As my one friend said when I told her, like, I don't just sit around designing things like with my sketchbook, waiting for design or forcing one. Like, the ideas come through. It's either that it comes through when I see a certain color of yarn or wool, or I have the idea and then I go searching for the perfect yarn to go with my idea. But yeah, I can't describe it. The ideas just come to me. God, universe just gives them to me, and yeah, I'm rolling with it. So that's what I'm doing right now. I have not even touched my sweater because I've had no time. But yeah, hoping to get a little more back on track. It's also the middle of winter. I've seen some other people saying they're kind of in like a knitting slump too. But I also went back to work like majorly full time after our Christmas break. So yeah, it's just a short podcast today because I don't have much to talk about. Hopefully when I'm back in 2 weeks, I can tell you how well the kids received their snowman, and hopefully I'll have finished this. I will have finished this. You might not see this because I'm going to send it away, and I'll have made more progress on this and my cross stitch. But yeah, that is all that I have for this week. So I will see you in 2 weeks, and I'll be back with more knitting projects.